everybody? You are now tuned into the Pro Hustle Zone with Moan, where we talk about all things pro hustle, and it's all about mastering your craft and monetizing the skills. And this show is sponsored by Innovative Culture as well. So y'all tap in with Innovative Culture up on Instagram and on YouTube, as well as Pro Hustle Zone on Instagram and YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? And on today's show, we got a nice little special guest. You feel me? Got one of the homies here. Did some things with him, but, you know, we catching up with him on his journey. I'm going to let him introduce himself, though.
Hello, world. This is Bolo Yin. You know, follow me, Bolo Yin, IG. BOLO_YIN. It's the Yin, get it in. He's sitting with my boy, man. Let it sky.
Most definitely.
You know,
most definitely.
I'm glad he has his sporting brand, Pro Hustle Zone. You know, I love it. I love the logo. It's real. It's
I appreciate
catchy and sporty.
that.
I thought it was
For real.
something like mainstream already. I seen it on the screen like, dang, who's this? Whose brand is this? Like, I like your logo, bro.
I appreciate that,
like
no lie.
It caught my eye because the Pro Hustle, I like anything hustle. And then the Pro, I'm like, damn, a Pro Hustle.
I feel
Not
you.
just the hustle, the Pro Hustle.
I got you.
So I like
got
that.
you. Got you. I'm like it too, boy. You made me feel good when you said that when Cam put it up there.
You should feel good. You got
feel
your
what I'm
own
saying?
brand. You
Appreciate
pushing
that.
forward. You exploring yourself.
Yeah, most definitely. That's what it's about. Mastering your craft and monetizing your skills. So within that, Bolo, real quick, let everybody know what's your Pro Hustle and what you do. You feel me? I've been keeping up with you, but let them know what it is, like right now, what you've been doing. You feel me?
Well, right now, you know, as you can see right now, well, y'all can't see because you may not even know, but I'm training fighters right now, like young fighters, because I feel I have a broad, when it comes to knowledge of fighting and, you know, the articulation, of combat and just war. I've studied a lot in it, you know, and I feel like, the process, the, you know, just how you go about the things. Yeah, the art, you know, just the art of fighting. And I feel it's a lost craft as far as our younger generation, because all the great trainers, you know, are dead. You know, they're all 80, 90 years old. You know, who's going to carry on after that? I feel a lot of the craft is lost. So my whole thing is bringing back the originality of the, you know, lost craft that, you know, this been organized since the 1700s. You know, people have been boxing professional since 1700s. You know, pre-Napoleon time, 1600s, even before that. So there's champions that date back. Yeah, there's champions that date back. Oh, even before that, even in those times, those
I'm sure
BC
it was
times,
down,
you know what I'm saying?
before that. Yeah, right. It wasn't organized, but you know they was doing their thing.
Yeah. So I'm just training right now. One of my fighters has a fight tomorrow in Riverside, so it's gonna be on IG Live. I don't know the avenue or the streaming network right now or the name that is gonna be on IG Live, but I'm definitely gonna post it later on. Later time.
But they could find the video, the rest of the video on IG Live.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it. So please, world, y'all make sure y'all stay in contact with me. Be on the lookout for that. For, you know, to be sure, a very entertaining bout between Dollar Diego.
Look at my boy out here promoting this stuff. I see you out here doing your
I'm like,
thing.
man, you Dollar Diego.
Bolo King out here, Don King. I see you trying to get your thing ready.
Yeah, but see, Don's trying to take your paper. It's my whole thing is bringing just the market and bringing awareness to the fight game, because I feel there's not a lot of our youth, especially in the black neighborhood, you know, African American neighborhood, that box. You know, everybody want to play basketball, football, which is cool and all, but you could get to this bag way quicker being a fighter.
Well, definitely it's bigger.
And you know, you're taking risks, but you're taking a measured risk. Like football, I feel is rough on your brain. You know, and, you know, the concussion protocol and all that. And you train your whole life to get your ACL toe out. And then now what? Like, your legs are no longer good.
Right.
You fighting, you get knocked out, get right up. Get up and
do
it again. Yeah, football's too rough.
Fighting also about if you training and you're training on point, you feel what I'm saying?
You can control
right. Like whatever he dodging at you, you know, depending on how good his offense
been
is.
Fighting professional.
But, you know, you can get in there and wobble some of that up out of there. I definitely know what you mean. Definitely.
Long time.
So within that being said, how many, within you getting into boxing, right, and now in training, how many fights or matches have you had personally yourself before you decided to say, I feel like I want to train?
Like before I was boxing?
Before you was training. And I know you was boxing,
I was
correct?
Training. Yeah, before I was training.
So how many fights, how many matches have you had? And then, you know what I mean, what your record was like?
Man, I had a brutal street record, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. My street record is handsome, you dig?
so you in the ring and out the ring, basically.
Like my street days of fighting kind of were over once I started training. Mm-hmm. Like I started off with judo first.
Gotcha.
I was going to the jiu-jitsu place right there on Bellflower Boulevard, right at South Street, right before South Street.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was doing judo in there. And it brought a piece to me, but I don't know. I felt like I was too many years back. Like it was my first 2 weeks, I was getting brutalized, bro. Like by the guys.
What type of fighting? What type of
judo,
fighting was you doing? Was you doing boxing or was you doing mixed martial arts when you was competing?
Yeah, I started off with judo. Oh, competing.
Yeah,
I competed as a boxer, bro.
Got you.
Yeah. I had I had 9 amateur fights. As an amateur, all sanctioned, all top. I won the California Golden Gloves my first year, you feel me? I didn't get to go to the national tournament because I had my son, but I did get invited to nationals. And, I didn't go, like, I had my son, I couldn't go to that tournament, but I was probably going to win that anyway. So that's why I wasn't tripping. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to win that anyway because, I was in Hollywood with Freddie Roach.
Right.
Like, my call to this was being a gym rat. Like, I'm in Wild Card. I'm in the most popular gym in the country. So I'm getting different sparring competition every single day from all over the world. Mm-hmm. Some of the best fighters.
Tapping in here,
Japan,
LA.
All over the world. And I'm a hometown here. I'm from LA. So I was like an in-house name where I'm just beating up big names. It got to a point where cats was even scared to get in there because you might get sent back. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, he ain't this. We might gotta send him back. So that was kind of my thing. So I didn't have to fight 50 amateur fights, 100 amateur fights.
Got you.
Right, my pro AMs, I broke my pinky knuckle. You dig? Boom.
Punching?
Yeah, punching, bro. And actually in a fight, New Mexico. My 7th amateur fight, damaged him up pretty good.
Did you keep fighting in the middle of the okay.
Yeah, and I heard it. And I heard it 2 times. The last 2 fights.
Some people can't break stuff and keep on, keep throwing them. It gets to towing at them mentally sometimes.
Nah, yeah, it was terrible.
It was that bad?
Yeah, it was terrible, bro.
It was back there.
It was
with the gloves
bro.
on.
Gloves on, bro. It was terrible, bro.
I bet.
And I got robbed. I feel like I got robbed the last one, but whatever. It is what it is. I ain't gonna make no excuses.
So within that,
you
go. No, you go. No, let me just go ahead.
Oh no, then after that, took about a year to heal up, and then boom, the COVID hit.
Okay, and so you got on pause.
Yeah, so I had a pause.
Yeah.
And then boom, I started back training and all, and getting ready to have another fight. And because of personal things, I couldn't take my fight in Detroit because I was rocking with James Toney. Switched up. Not for real, bro. No,
I didn't know that. I just if you say you rocking with that name right there, that's big time. You feel what I'm saying?
Man,
that's big time.
Call Pops right now. Call Pops right now.
That's big time.
But my whole thing is like, you're this age, you're already starting from, I'm at a point professionally where you're supposed to be 18, 19, 20. I want to make the proper amount of dollars. I want to make it make sense. And something in my heart was like, look, invest your time and your knowledge into the younger generation. Go get you some of these kids and build them from the ground up.
Good karma too, though.
Build them from the
fix your karma.
Get them right for some years. So when they 16, 15, 16, 17, they could turn pro and be making be a multi-millionaire.
And
by the time you're 19 years old.
Back.
See what I'm saying?
Most
That's what it's all about. It's
just
about giving back.
Most definitely. That's why I asked you first, about your story, because I know you fight before we got into you training. You know what I mean? Because I seen that you was fighting first for a minute. You know what I mean? And then I've been seeing you lately up on Instagram. You know what I mean? Doing your training. I don't know if you seen me tap in with you a couple of times, but I definitely, I definitely tapped in there with you up on there. But within that, what? First, I'm gonna ask you 2-part question. Give me your top 5 fighting styles that that you learned that you didn't think was useful, but it's useful. And then on the back end
styles?
of that, yeah, fighting, you know what I mean, for like styles, because you said you did, you know, what you said you did judo at first, you box,
with judo.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm sure you got other like martial arts and other little fighting styles, you feel what I'm saying? So what other fighting styles do you get into, if you get into any, and then which ones do you suggest for the people, say like, some of the youngsters need to learn this because it's really good on self-defense as well on the offensive end?
Well, you know, I'm only going to really talk about what I feel like. Well, we could talk about it all, but as far as my personal practice,
your personal.
I personally practice Western style boxing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With a little touch of, you know, the elbows and the knees. You know what I'm saying? The grappling. Not just a little touch, because I don't kick. I'm not about to be throwing no kicks.
No kicks?
Nah,
no
man.
flying knees?
I'm not doing none of
that. So UFC wouldn't be your...
I'm not doing no. Gotcha. No, I'm not saying it wouldn't. I'm more the type like I kick your kneecap in. Like that's low. Like that don't take too much of an athletic move to get on the kneecap. You know what I'm saying? You're
trying to be strategic with your movement.
Small,
so that way they ain't grabbing your leg, trying to flip you over, then now they controlling the fight.
Yeah, well, I'm a natural wrestler. We've been
you
know, little jiu-jitsu, the arm bar, you know, the choke out, you know, that's regular.
Mm-hmm.
But I love martial arts. I love it. I love all styles of it. Even from Eastern style, China, martial arts in Asia.
Yeah, Eastern,
I love it all. Krav Maga. There's so many different styles, bro. But, you know, Bruce Lee is the master of MMA because that Jeet Kune Do, that's what it is. It's a mixture of everything.
So would you say he one of your influences?
Absolutely. Give me everybody influence.
Most definitely, in fighting, most definitely. Because and even on the spiritual standpoint, Bruce Lee is here with it. You feel what I'm saying? He could break some things down.
See, his whole thing.
You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, there you go, right there.
There we go, yeah. There we go, Bolo Yin. You feel what I'm saying? He was getting it in.
Go right
feel
there.
Me? He ain't playing no games. Right within that, real quick, give me two more. Give me 5 boxing influences.
Okay.
That you look up to in their styles. You feel me? You study them. You feel me? Because I know everybody work on their craft and get to studying some of the people that they...
It's hard to just give you 5.
Give me 10.
I'm going to give you... All right.
Give me a quick 10. You feel me? Then right. If you want to give a sentence on why, you feel me? A little brief. Okay. You know what I mean? Let me know.
Archie Moore. Ali.
And this is
no order.
Okay.
No order.
Okay.
You just, I'm putting on names. Archie Moore, Ali. Sugar Ray Robertson, Roberto Duran. Man, I should have just started by era, bro. That probably would have been easier. Because now I feel like I'm doing a lot of people injustice.
Disservices, right.
James Toney.
You could just keep naming.
Pernell Whitaker, Marvin Hagler, rest in peace. Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard.
So you really in your craft, because that means you studying a lot.
You feel me? Rocky Marciano.
Most definitely.
Larry Holmes. George Foreman.
So you enjoy watching
Evander
fighting
Holyfield.
a lot. Look, he's still going. he on it. Look, he's on dead. Get the camera on him.
Benitez. Luciano. Willie Pep.
He about to name everybody. Don't give him everybody. Put yourself
Henry
up there.
Armstrong.
Put yourself up there for real.
No, I can't.
You gotta put yourself up there because real quick, I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off. The reason why I asked Bolo that because I know Bolo personally. You feel what I'm saying? I recall a couple of times where I ain't gonna say no names. We're gonna leave it nameless. But I done caught my boy putting a whooping on one of the other homies. You feel what I'm saying? It was over something just real over. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But with men, it can flare up that way. Things get to being said, and you know what I mean. Sometimes you feel what I'm saying, but I definitely called him. I would have thought Mike Tyson would have been your style.
And all those names, I didn't even say Mike Tyson.
I know.
He's one of my favorites. My bad, Mike.
I know.
Mike, if you ever see this, Mike, my bad, Mike. I'm sorry.
Definitely could see Tyson being your style.
Yeah, that was like one of my earlier styles. Because when I first started, you know, fighting, I was like much bigger. You know, I was way bigger.
Playing football and shit too.
Yeah. So it was more. So his style was more adequate to being, you know, a shorter man. But you know, I naturally started losing weight. You know, as it going, and when it became more real, as far as this, it became more real, and I know I wanted to fight at a certain weight, and I was too big. So then I had to cut
the weight down,
even more weight.
Got you to fit your class and make it make sense.
Lost 40 pounds, bro.
Make it make sense. I know what you're saying.
40 pounds.
I definitely know what you're saying, because I be looking at boxing sometimes and I be like, damn, what's his weight class? I said, that mean I'll be in there fighting with him. And I said, boy, that guy's a monster. I'm not saying like when you get your training and stuff though, you could become, you know, you get that same confidence and learning how to defend yourself. So at that point in time, I ain't gonna say it wouldn't be nothing, but you know what I mean, you definitely gotta watch out for Tyson. You know what I mean? No matter what size you are.
Definitely.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's ain't gonna be nothing, but you definitely gotta watch out for him. You feel what I'm saying? What's funny, I watch boxing, but I didn't really start getting into more until I got like older.
Yeah.
And that's when like the Floyd, you know what I mean? I missed the whole Mike era, no lie. Like I don't know what I was doing. I was even catching people saying, bro, you ain't seen Mike here. I went to the store to go get some chips and the store was across the street. I came back, the fight was over. You feel what I'm saying? But I definitely watch film on them. You feel what I'm saying? I definitely watch Roy. I used to catch a lot of Roy. Yeah, you didn't say Roy either.
Man,
Jones.
Roy, man.
I definitely used to watch Roy and how he said,
the rooster,
roll this way,
man.
roll that way, punch. You know what I mean? Like I definitely used to like Roy with certain things he used to do.
I didn't say
and
Roy.
he made boxing. Roy Jones Jr. made boxing one of them like flamboyant. I think that's the proper way to use it. Kind of like Floyd do it now. You feel me? He rapping. You must have forgot. You feel what I'm saying? We playing the Floyd video. I mean the Roy video game.
Man.
You feel what I'm saying? So.
Roy was definitely influential.
Definitely.
My bad, Roy. Roy, if you ever see this, my bad, Roy.
Let's tag him up in there and see if we can get them to see it.
That's Pensacola's finest right there.
Roy definitely was nice. So, real quick.
All-time great.
I think we could spend all day talking about this because we know each other personally. We played Bellflower High School basketball with each other.
That was a lovely era, wasn't it?
You know what I mean?
That was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was. We played high school together, you know what I mean? And the funny thing is, JB, people probably don't know that you be out there hooping. You feel what I'm saying? Whether we at Sims Park.
They don't know.
We played high school, and we was talking up in here real quick about the time we was playing your senior year, which is my junior year at Bellflower.
Yeah.
And we went to go play at Nogales, the Nogales tournament. And the day before we played the semifinals, championship, what's the
something
semi?
Like that.
Something like that.
The finals. No, it was semifinals.
Yeah, semi. And you, shout out to the homies, Chuck, Charles. Shout out to y'all Justin.
They still get mad about this.
Y'all was at the back of the bus arguing about points. You know how that go when we all homies, when teams, we get to the end of the game, we get up in there. And I'm telling them. And it got personal.
And I'm telling them, I'm like, I make y'all look good.
Hey, JB was on the bus going crazy. Everybody, JB was on the bus going crazy. And look, here's the funny thing. The next day we showed up, JB had a point to prove, and he didn't give I'm trying to keep it professional, but he didn't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying about what happened? I'm going to break it down to everybody real quick. We in the semifinals game. JB having a lovely game because he was telling the homies, I'm not pressing the issue like y'all. I'm trying to play my role. I remember you saying this. I'm trying to play my role. You feel me at times. If the team needs this, I'm going to give you that. But defense and woo-woo, I'm locking up. I'm doing everything I got to do for us to get the dub. You feel what I'm saying? People was getting on you about your point tally, just not getting on you, but just jaw-jacking a little bit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? The next day, JB show up 10 minutes before everybody when we get on the bus. If I'm not mistaken, I believe you showed up early with your headphones on. Don't talk to me. He chewing gum like MJ. Everybody laugh. He chewing gum like MJ before the bus. We driving over there. He's serious the whole time. He not saying nothing. And I see that look in his eye. I'm looking like he told me, Mom, they don't even know. I'm about to go off. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not passing nobody. And that's what he did. He kept it so 100 in his approach on what he said that we get to the last play of the game. Coach called timeout. I'm assuming he draw up the play for Justin to bring the ball down. Shout out to Justin. You feel me? Bring the ball down.
That's my guy. Y'all go to Hambones. You feel me? Great food in Belfast.
Most definitely. The one on the lounger, most definitely. And JB, if I'm not mistaken, either grab the board. Somehow JB get the ball. We get to stop JB, get the ball. That's all we see is JB look up every transitioning down court to our end of the floor. JB look up at that clock. We need a 3. We down by 3. JB runs and stops at the elbow and shoots the goddamn elbow jumper and miss and say, we all say, JB, what you doing? We needed a 3. JB look up at the scoreboard and the clock and say, huh? And go to two of this guy. Hey, it did care. Got in the line and shook hands and it was a cold moment. I found it to be funny. You feel what I'm saying? Because he proved his point of what he was getting across that day. You feel what I'm saying? But he was also hooping. For everybody out there, I think you had about 15 plus.
Nah,
you feel what I'm saying? No,
I had 28 points.
You had you did. You was going off. You definitely was going off. You definitely was going off. It was times when you was getting that board and they'd be looking for you to swing it to Justin and him to bring up. JB was waving people off.
I had 15
Get out the way.
in the first quarter.
Half. Yeah, you did. You had 15 in the first half or first quarter, something like that.
It was the first quarter, bro.
You was going off.
It was an 8 minute. It was 10 minutes or 8 minutes.
8 minute quarters. You was going off. You definitely was going off.
Remember that game?
You definitely was going off
because he drew it up. I said, why is Walker doing this?
We played out Taloma. We was playing out Taloma that game. You feel me? They had the homie Mike Cox on there. Shout out to Mike Cox. And they had Trey.
Mike Cox? Oh,
yeah, Mike Cox. They had him. I played with him at. He was at Dominguez Hills when I got there, but he came from out Taloma. He was on that team. And another dude named Trey, which played at San Bernardino, Cal State San Bernardino, and then also I played with their point guard Kyle.
They remembered that game?
I don't think. Yeah, Mike Cox do. Mike Cox did. Trey, I'm not too sure.
That's funny.
I'm not too sure about Trey. The other homie, Kyle, he definitely do. He's coaching right now, so he definitely remembered that game because he was running point guard around that time.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I was always the jokester and stuff, but when it came time for practice and play, I knew how to separate those, bro. That was one thing with me. I may be shooting, talking shit all day, bro. But when it's time to practice, we practicing hard.
Definitely.
That was the most lollygaggingest team ever, bro.
On that team? You talking about the high school team?
Yeah, our year, that senior year, my senior year, I hated that squad, bro. And we didn't even start off. Walker suspended our best player for nothing on an ego trip. I really did that to show Walker a point. He suspended Wayne just to show him he can.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff.
So that's like him sabotaging a shot. We got a chance to win the game. We shoot a 3, and he shot a 2. Nobody got on Walker. I didn't hire Walker. You know what I mean? You suspended our best player. For what?
Since you did that, boy, I'm about to just shoot. This what we gonna do. I'm going off and.
No, that was really towards Walker. It was the proof of point, but that was really towards Walker, and that's why Walker never said nothing to me.
They didn't, but
that's why Walker never said nothing to me.
He couldn't control that aspect that you know what I mean.
He never said nothing to me. He got on Walker ain't never got on me ever. He couldn't for what? Because you see how I get down. I'm not giving him no smack. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win. I'm practicing hard as I can every single day.
Most definitely.
I'm number one.
Across the flow.
I'm number one sprinting all the time. That's why I always been
Abram
captain.
had you beat sometimes.
Cause shit, he got all that strength. He ain't never played shit.
Abram had you beat.
He's sitting up with all that energy.
He did 115 suicides. I'm done. He had you beat.
Bro, he did 115 suicides.
All 115 while we was on his team. You feel me?
That was the worst day.
Most definitely.
Man, those was crazy days, man.
Most definitely.
We had top-notch competition, too.
Definitely. People don't really know that we played, against James Harden. You feel me? Mayfair was good at that time. It was a lot of good teams that we seen that was
that
even in our league.
That inner city in that era, that was a cold era.
Most definitely.
That was a cold era.
So within that, we was talking a little earlier as well about Magic versus Curry.
Yeah.
You feel me? So the homie asked me one day, I'm Ryan, shout out to Ryan, you feel me? He asked me in a DM, which I feel like is a great conversation because this is going to be like an era thing. Because I know a lot of the OGs going to probably pick Magic. You feel what I'm saying? But you had any 4 guys, whether it's let's say we put at the 2, just hypothetically, Jordan, Kobe, Bron, KD, or Shaq. Any of those five running the other four spots. You feel what I'm saying? What point guard are you taking? Magic or Steph?
See, it depends. It depends on what you look like. You got to realize Magic at that time, it's showtime.
Most definitely. With them other guys, it's going to be nice.
He brought a different style of play to the game, just like Curry brought a different style of play. But Magic be looking way over here and dish it off. See, that was Magic, bro.
That's all flash, though. Curry, like, when you really look at what they're doing, Curry affected the game in more of a You can't hold all them slugs. Magic could keep throwing the ball to everybody he want to. I'm not saying Magic not great to all the OGs, and it's not to disrespect Magic, but Curry, that jump shot, you cannot replace that. Era, bro. Definitely came in different
ain't
eras.
Never averaged more than 25 points at any point in his career. He ain't never averaged more than 22 points at any point of his career. He's a 19. He's a 19-9 person.
He all 99 on 2K. With a jumper.
Because his field goal percentage is nice. He's a 6'9" point guard.
Definitely nice.
That bought the flair. Nice. He bought a flair and he bought a style of pizzazz. See, Magic was good in Hollywood because his smile.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
It was business. It was business.
You feel me? You don't expect to see a guy that tall grab the rebound, go coast to coast, look this way, dish it back that way without even looking. You're like, wow. Go behind the back.
When I was a kid, I used to get mesmerized by that shit because I used to look like, what the fuck?
You know what I'm saying?
And then, his hands is big, so his hands is big, but, he handling the rock. He just, boom, and the bitch go behind you.
Going down full court.
Definitely.
Throwing the leg, ball through your legs.
Definitely.
Wade or somebody over
there. Right, to that corner, right. I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm
Putting
saying?
Putting that English on there with the ground, it's an art, it's a craft.
And plus, he was an extreme competitor. And Magic was great at that time because his greatest rival was Bird. He followed. They were rivals in college.
Right. And the NBA fed up that story as long as they got to the NBA.
So I can't think of Magic without Bird.
Most def.
It's impossible.
Most def.
When I think of Curry, all I think about is Clay. I'd rather have Clay than Curry, bro, to be personal.
They were trying to push it. You said you'd rather have Clay than Curry?
Yeah.
For me, with both of those,
they're gonna do the same
I'm going to pick
thing.
Curry over Magic, but when you're talking about Clay versus Curry, you are right, they're going to do the same thing, but now, for me, that depends on the other players I'm going to put around them, if you get what I'm saying.
They're going to do the same thing, but Clay going to be locked down. That's the only difference. Curry got the ball handle.
So who advantage. You picking with Magic? Back again on Magic versus you picking Curry over Magic?
Obviously Curry, bro.
Got you.
Come on,
and then when we're talking about Curry versus Clay, you picking Clay. So real quick, we got 17 left. Cam on the motherfucking ones and twos.
Cool Cam. Check him out.
Go to the board real quick so we could pull up a hypothetical for my man Bolo. You feel what I'm saying? We're doing $15 hypotheticals. You
make
feel
that
what I'm saying?
a little bigger for the kid.
He get a chance to get up on here to get $15 and pick any five he want. You feel what I'm saying? And I like these right here because we're gonna have more of these going down on the show where we're gonna argue, you know what I mean, and debate about who five would be the best, who five would think they would go all the way. And people, y'all gotta keep it 100. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see what you go do though, Bolo, real quick.
Build a starting five?
Yeah, let me hear you talk it out. Draft. Doom, doom, doom.
All right. Wow. Okay. See, this is interesting.
You can start from the top or the bottom because, they got the centers at the bottom. It's up to you. You can start $5, $4.
See, this is interesting.
The chart that they gave, I feel like it could have been a better chart. I'm going to create a better chart, another chart to make it a little bit more difficult.
This a cold little, all right. And see, it depends on,
Point guard, let's go.
In the point guard section, man, Dame Dollar, man.
Dame, we got $3 out the way. Let's go. Who we got shooting guard?
Clay, man.
Clay? Okay,
bro.
He went cheap. I feel you, and that look good together. Them two side by side, that look good together. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got $5 spend. You got $10 left.
Luka.
That's a good one too, though. That's definitely a good one. Durant.
Oh, that's too much, huh?
No. With Luka, that was at 8. Luka, that's 8.
No, I can't.
You feel me,
Durant.
KD?
That's too expensive. Wait, 2. Oh no, I said Dame 3. Yep, 5.
Clay, Luka 8.
Luka 8. Yep. Durant at the 4. He gonna be running all day.
And you only got 2 picks left for the last one.
I thought I got one more pick.
Yeah. I mean, your money running out.
I got $2, right?
Yeah, your money out. So you can either, you feel me, save $1 or spend the whole 2. That's not a bad line.
I'm trying to decide out of Rudy Gobert and Adams to keep it a stack.
I would have to go with Rudy.
Because of the defense and the shot blocking, right?
That, and he's a little bit more mobile. I like mobile, longer players.
He can move around,
yeah,
right?
So he could cover more ground on the basketball stance. You feel me? With KD there.
I like Adams, though. Adams is
he's strong.
And he's good on the inside. He finishes. No,
but Rudy gonna give you all that, right? Plus slap
bro.
up somebody like LeBron. I can't say that, but you know what I mean. He might give somebody a run for their money. I seen him slap trash shit on Vert. You feel what I'm saying?
So Dame Dollar, Clay, Luka, Durant, and Gobert. Oh, that's wet. Everybody getting splashed.
Most definitely. I think I ain't even thought about a team I would do right now, but off the head, I'm gonna try to see if I could combat what you just came up with real quick. You feel what I'm saying?
See, because Curry gonna hit you hard in the pockets.
I'm gonna definitely have to go. Curry is gonna hit you hard in the pockets. Definitely. I'm gonna have to go D-Book for $1. I'm gonna go
point
smart.
Guard?
No, just shooting guard. D-Book.
Who you picking a point guard though?
Point guard.
Like go from top to bottom, so I can try to.
I'm gonna have to go real quick. I'm gonna have to choose some of those last. I'm gonna get these cheap ones out the way real quick. I like to get the cheap ones out the way.
I see you.
You feel me? Who we got?
You said D-Book.
D-Book. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to go KD because he's the best 4-man right there that I see that I would want to run with that folk. You feel me? That's 6. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with Gobert just to make it a little cheap. You feel me?
Oh, that's $8.
$8. Who I got?
1, 2, 3. You got.
Well, I got
left.
small forward and point guard. Correct?
Yep.
I like Brian. I could be a Brian hater sometime, but Brian do a lot of great things on the court. Luka could do the same. I can't say the same thing Brian do, but he's providing the same effect in numbers. I don't even know why they got this fool
Man,
up
Luka
there.
do the same thing.
Right, yeah, you do.
I like
just
Brandon
the flair.
Ingram, though, bro.
No, not Brandon Ingram. My man
Gallinari.
I don't even know why they threw Gallinari up there
foul,
and even
right?
put him over Ingram. But what I'm at?
8.
8. Then if I go there, I'll be stuck with 2. Fuck it. I do like how you did and just go Luka and Dame. That'd be some good money right there, in my opinion. I like more defense on the court.
So you said
I thought
Dame,
about
Dame
and Luka.
Luka. No, not enough
KD.
D. They getting ran. Too small. KD and who?
And then Gobert. We go run a 4-1 in. We go spread
We
that
damn
thing.
near got the same team.
Just swapped out a couple of players. I really thought about going Bron and PG or even Ingram on one, but I could go Bron, and but then I'm gonna have to go with I like Mike Conley and D Rose, but I could see Mike Conley with Bron and KD. You feel me? I'm really looking at who I feel like could play good with each other. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with it, but to be real, looking at those centers, I think Towns is better than everybody down there except AD.
You like him better than Joker?
I think he just ended up in a bad situation, bro. So we don't get to see a lot of his game.
Offensively, he's definitely good. He's definitely good offensively, but Joker, I really like him because
he could jump this much off the ground, like
definitely. But he got game. You feel me? I watched him. I was rooting for the Clippers last year, and I watched him destroy them because there was nobody his size that can do what he can do and could check him. Because when he's shooting that 3-ball, like how he be shooting that 3-ball, it's over. You feel what I'm saying? And he real finesseful. Karl-Anthony Towns is nice too though, but sometimes he could be a little soft.
Right.
Soft cat.
Right.
A little soft cat.
See, I think Brandon Ingram's more of a shooting guard, And they need to put DeRozan down to more of a small forward.
Yes, I can see what you're talking about. You can't go wrong with nobody in the the shooting guard position, though.
Nah, you can't.
You feel what I'm saying? None of them. Drew is low-key nice, and people don't really give him that credit, but Drew got game.
Nah, Drew get a gang of credit. I think they confuse him with his brother a lot.
Justin?
Yeah, so they be like, oh, man, Drew falling off. Game. Like, no, they be like, no, that was his brother. You dig?
Most def.
I think they confuse him like he need to dye his hair or something or cut it. He got to do something.
Nah, he's still dunking on people with the left hand, so they be knowing who he is sometimes when they be catching him up on the film. You feel me?
You know who I'm disappointed in out of all this list? Paul George.
What you disappointed in him about?
He just always. I don't want him to turn into like Williams for Utah. You know how they just ball all regular season, the playoffs come, and just fall asleep. Because the way Jimmy was balling last year, Jimmy looked like he wanted one, right?
Yeah, he did.
Jimmy was going in.
He did. He needed a little bit more help. I would have loved to see Bam stay healthy and see how they would have probably challenged the Lakers.
I wanted Westbrook to go to Miami, bro. That's what I thought he was going to do.
I seen that too. I seen that talk as well. You feel what I'm saying? Most definitely. I seen that talk.
That'd been lovely.
Not bad. I liked him with Victor Oladipo though too, because it gave Jimmy Butler time to play the big brother role.
I don't like Oladipo,
you feel me?
Bro.
He got his moments where he go off. You feel me? He done dunked on LeBron twice. Not saying that LeBron is top of the list for getting, you know what I mean? It means somebody he dunk on him. You feel what I'm saying? Let me ask you a question real quick, JB. Who the GOAT? Bron, Kobe, or Jordan? Or is this a more of a respectful thing for each of the kings in their rightful eras?
Absolutely. Because there is no overall GOAT. It can't be. Because if that's the case, there's different eras. There's different eras and there's different categories.
Definitely.
If we're talking about a GOAT, how do you measure the GOAT?
Mm-hmm.
Who scored more?
Mm-hmm.
So the purpose of basketball is to put the ball in the hoop, right? Who's did that more than Kareem? You know what I mean?
I can hear what you're saying, but so your GOAT, if you had to call somebody, GOAT would be Kareem.
No, I'm saying if you can measure it by putting
points.
The ball in the hoop, that's considered GOAT if you're sticking to the rules of the game. You're putting the ball in the hoop. Who's done it more times than anybody? Kareem. This is like the high-scoring Pac-Man.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
But if you count rings and championship, Bill Russell, right?
That's the point Kenny the Jet Smith and certain older players was making. You feel what I'm saying?
If we talking about great champions,
that's the point. That's when they said Bron not in their top 5 or Kobe wasn't in their top
Jordan
5. You feel what I'm saying?
Like this.
That's the point they was making.
You put Jordan and Kobe rings together, Bill Russell still got more rings. By 1. Got 12 rings, bro. So do you measure a great player by championship and success? Then you got to go with Bill Russell, right? Or do you measure a great champion? Well,
I think they're throwing a little influential. You know, because NBA has a little entertainment value to it. Bro. So you most definitely, you speaking on basketball, just sport. Basketball terms. But the point where you getting to, when you're saying if it be Bill Russell, and the reason why everybody else saying Kobe, Michael, Bron, or even other people,
because that's our
it has an entertainment value more of it than, in my opinion.
What's more entertaining than watching somebody score 100 points?
But that's what I'm. Well,
you know
you're talking about now. We're talking centers.
There can't be no individual success in a team sport. It's 5-on-5. The better question is, who's the greatest team all time?
Who is your greatest team of all time?
See, now that's a better debate.
Who is your greatest team?
That's
of all
a way
time?
better debate. So if we had a tournament,
and you damn near got to do that by eras.
See what I'm saying? So if there was a time capsule machine, Wilt Chamberlain was so good, right? He was so athletic. Had a 50 inch vert. He could run a 200. He was a sprinter. He did it all, right? Who's to say anybody in our era, due to these basketball rules, could deal with Wilt?
Definitely, he'd be damn like. But that's like the form of, in my opinion, some of those players in the 90s.
Yeah.
Get the players now, and they're like kind of say foreshadow those players' motto like game or like Giannis.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Because it's all driven. Like it gets to the argument with Candace Parker, Shaq, and Dwayne Wade about DeMar and whether he'd be a great 90s player, because he does have a 90s game.
He's a great player in any era.
But they were saying that how they would if you look at the 90s game, a lot of us drove and we wanted to dunk.
And Kawhi Leonard don't have a 90 game?
Yeah.
Klay Thompson ain't got a 90 game?
Yeah, because now you're pointing out people that just like, I ain't gonna say one-dimensional, but you know what I mean?
What is a 90s game?
I think they were saying more of a, if you look at Jordan and some of these players in the early 90s or even in the 90s, just the 90s in general.
So Jordan didn't have a 90s game?
No, what they saying is that both, but what they saying is that in certain aspects both, but the point they was talking about is that he would take more mid-range jump shots. Yeah. And use that, and that was more of a 90s style, rather than in today's game you have more people pushing for 3-pointers.
What makes that a 90s style though? Because see, the closer you get to the basket,
your point about what makes it that.
The closer, yeah, absolutely. The closer you get to the basket,
basketball,
the higher the field goal percentage should go up.
Definitely.
Now, how are we knocking a man for wanting to be more efficient? If you play to your strengths in the game, why clank 60% of the threes you take and then only no.
I'm following.
No, people be like, oh, he's 40% from 3-point. All right, that means you missed 60. Why not go? You'll be more efficient making the shots you'll make.
Right. Most definitely.
Basketball is meant to be played from within the game. If you play inside out, and then you play outside in.
Mm-hmm.
See, but Klay changed it, and Curry and Golden State, they changed it.
That was their whole point, because now you have people that never shot threes.
You think that
Chris Humphries, Blake Griffin, all these other players that even influenced Bron to shoot more threes.
Now, was that forced to be changed? Now, if their best player on the Golden State Warriors was a center, I bet the system wouldn't have changed. They still would have been inside out. Because you had to funnel the ball back to the big man down low to trigger the double team to kick it back out to the 3.
But that's
still would have been inside out.
That's where the change of the era sometimes come in though, because that's more of a earlier on an older play style where a lot of the players now, they don't need necessarily a pick or even to kick it to the big and come back out. Give me the ball, move, because my skills are elite.
In history,
you feel what I'm saying? I shoot it right over you.
First time in history, the best player on your team ain't a big man, right? So
right.
Now the style
That's
play
right.
get changed.
For the guards, basically, you're doing. I can't say they're doing what Kobe was doing, because when
Kobe wasn't the best on his team.
I agree with you on that too. We're talking about Shaq would be right.
Come on now.
I agree with you on that too. And Kobe, my guy.
Aristotle.
Because now when we're looking at what's going on, and Shaq putting up 44 and 22, and he only taking 24 shots, or you know what I mean, whatever the case may be, he missing a lot of free throws. You know what I mean, but he's still getting the job done.
Them.
He didn't see Shaq go 62 and 22.
Now let's move Shaq as a 65% free throw shooter.
He get more points.
Think about all them points he didn't.
But then also within the game, everything is different, because for everybody listening out there, you have to take into accountability of the factors of the rules change. Hack a sack, 3-second key in the D. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of that changes the way the game is being viewed and being played.
If Shaq could shoot free throws, it wouldn't have been no hack Shaq.
Right.
The whole purpose of Hack Shack is we're going to foul him,
right,
and he's going to miss these free throws.
That's why as soon as you said, and we got to talking about Shaq, and it went down like a little ladder in my mind.
Shaq was so dominant. There was only 2 players in history the rules had to change, and neither of them were Kobe or Jordan.
Let me hear him.
Allen Iverson.
Okay. I already know you're going with the other person.
They changed the whole.
Shaq got to be one too.
Oh, that's Carey. AI was cooking everything. He's so quick. That's Carey. You can't.
He rocking that thing.
You can't rock the ball while you.
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Because he changed the style of play.
Most def.
Shaq, that's.
He kind of influenced what's taking place now with more of a shot create. Jordan too, but it's a combination of a lot of players that they putting together and then putting their own. Steph Curry putting their own swag on there.
Jordan was so good. He like, I'm gonna get fouled anyway. I gotta start fading
Jordan
away.
Jordan was nice.
He gotta start fading away.
So
when I think of Jordan, I just think of the fadeaway, bro. That's his patent move. Kobe took that thing and ran with it. Kobe got the greatest pivots of all time.
Yes, he do. Kobe kill him with the footwork, most definitely.
Man.
Kobe kills him with the footwork, most definitely.
Sick.
I picked up a lot of things from Kobe. I used to like early Kobe. You know what I mean? Early 90s Kobe. I like all of them, but early 90s Kobe really influenced what I used to like to do on the court as far as slashing to the rim. You feel me? Because that's what I'm talking about, that 90s play. It get to that point where everybody in the 90s just, wow.
I like broken up.
Layup, you know what I mean?
I like broken up old Mamba with the flat jumper.
Most definitely.
Kobe.
I like all
no
the
toes, no nothing.
I like
no
all the
right
Kobes.
Hand. Remember that? Kobe played like a quarter season with his left hand. Remember that?
Most definitely. He
the only
That's
person
why I
I've
like him. He
seen
did a lot of
switch
things that was big time.
His right hand, his dominant hand was switched. He still averaged 22 points with his left hand.
Most definitely. So within that, JB, it's been good having you here, baby. I appreciate you coming.
Over already.
No.
Quick.
Real quick, I got a little minute. We got a little minute, real quick. A little time. I'm gonna ask you a couple of names. Get a little last minute questionnaire.
All right, bet. Let's run through it.
Just give me either one, Russ or D Rose, and they best. It don't matter, either one.
D Rose. Damn, I feel bad. I take that back, Russ.
Both of them nice though.
That's a close one.
They peak.
But yeah.
Steve Nash or Chris Paul?
Nash. No hesitation.
I didn't think we was gonna go there.
Nash, no hesitation. Niggas must have forgot.
Blake Griffin.
That was the coldest white boy ever.
Blake Griffin or Josh Smith?
Blake Griffin.
Okay. I could have seen that one. Shaq or David Robinson?
Shaq.
Shaq?
Yeah. The Admiral ain't messing with Shaq.
Yeah, most definitely. LeBron or KD?
That's even, because that's like saying you want the moon or the sun.
I could see that. I
don't know, bro. KD is a different generation scorer. KD.
Kobe or Jordan?
It's moon and sun.
AI.
That's like a clone to his evil clone. Like.
Most definitely. Them two, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? They're the same thing, just different.
On them old school cartoons when one white and one black, most definitely.
Yeah. So I need both of them. You can't have one.
Kyrie or AI?
AI? Absolutely. All day, every day.
Most def.
All day, every day. He was too strong.
Most def. He was a hell of an athlete.
Too much heart.
With that being said, everybody, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna let my man Bolo, before we go, get his last out. You feel me? I appreciate you coming in. Got a little tongue tied. You feel what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for having me on your.
I appreciate you coming.
Show. I appreciate it. Hey, everybody, please go check out the ProHustle. Follow me on IG. ProHustle Zone.
Most def.
And you can follow me on IG as well as at Bolo Yin, BOLO_YIN. Get it in, $yen. You can follow Cool Ass Cam. At Cool Ass Cam, Innovative
Shout
Culture.
Out to Cool Ass Cam, Innovative Culture.
Please go check that out. You know, make sure you follow and share. Subscribe to our podcast, and we're gonna get it in. Thank y'all for having us.
Appreciate everybody for coming in. We out.